Good morning, TDD family. This is going to be a bit of a different week. We usually share the positive side of gate guarding with you and the positive things that we feel about it. But today we're actually going to share the negative side of it with you to give you an idea of what we don't like about it, because there are negatives and positives to everything. So this is coming from our own personal experience and our opinion. Other people's experiences may vary, but we're going to give you our view on it. One of the worst things that we have to deal with out here is the extreme isolation. I mean, even though there's people coming in and out and we're checking people in and out, there is nobody around for miles. And especially when you're doing it long term, you start going a little stir crazy, being in one spot all the time, not really being able to do anything. So definitely the extreme isolation gets to you after a while. Another thing we deal with is the monotony of the day. Every day is pretty much the same. I mean, different gates have different amounts of traffic, but basically all you're doing all day, every day, is walking inside, walking outside, walking back inside, walking outside, and signing people in. There's really not much more than that. You deal with a lot of different personalities and different people in as far as that goes, but that's all you're doing. You're just walking in and walking back out. Another thing is, on a couple's gate, we can't sleep at the same time together. And that's how it is. There's just no way around that. Somebody has to be awake at all times. So we just schedule our routine to revolve around each other. And it can take a toll on you after a while. We're pretty much used to it now, but still, it could be something that could get to you after a while. Another negative is we don't get to go any place together. It's basically go to the store, go back home. We can't go out to restaurants together. We can't go to the movies together. Somebody has to be at the RV at all times. So it's always just one of us leaving to go get anything or do anything. So that can be tough at times. This is definitely a real challenge for us to be here, especially us being the type of people that we don't like to sit in one spot for too long. We like keeping busy, and we like doing and seeing other things all the time. So if you're that type of person that can't sit in one spot for too long and you get stir crazy just being home for one day, this isn't the thing you want to do. It's good money, but you definitely will go a little stir crazy out here, especially if you're doing this long term. Another negative is the heat and weather. I mean, you're going outside in rain, you're going outside in 110 degree temperatures, 115 degree temperatures, sometimes dust blowing in your face, sand in your eyes. There's a lot of things, and then all of a sudden it goes from 100 degrees in the morning to 30 degrees at night, and it's freezing. You got the bugs smacking you in the face when you go outside at night, and just everything. So you got a lot of environmental elements that you have to deal with while doing this job. After a while, we've gotten used to it. It doesn't really bother us. We have good air conditioning in the RV, so it's nice to be able to cool down inside and then go back outside. So that does help out a lot. Another negative is, for some people, being stuck with your spouse 24/7 in a small, confined space. Now, our RV isn't really small and confined, we don't think. It's comfortable, but when you're around anybody 24/7, you're gonna fight no matter what. There's gonna be more arguments, more bickering, and it's just a matter of getting through that time. If you feel like you need to be able to have your own personal space and your RV's not big enough, or you just need time apart at times to go do your own thing, then this might not be for you. Another negative is the temperatures and just roads in Texas, especially where you're going to be gate guarding. There's a lot of bad roads that you're going to be going down, and temperatures can get pretty high. So plastic breaks easier on the top of the RV. Things just tend to fail a little quicker. You're going to have problems at times that you wouldn't have just driving on the main city roads. Another negative thing about the job is water. You have only 500 gallons of water on a 2-week period, and that's non-potable water. That means brushing your teeth with it is a no-go. Drinking it, of course, is a no-go. So it gets to be a little bit of a pain at times, especially when you have to use your fresh drinking water to try to clean things or do certain things that you wouldn't usually have to do. We get ours refilled only once every 2 weeks, and it may seem like a lot of water, but if you're that type of person that likes to take an hour-long shower and just relax, get laundry done every day. It's not going to happen, not out here. We have to be really cautious of how we use our water, but even then, sometimes we get close to running out in that 2-week period. Another negative that we have to deal with out here are pests of every kind. It seems like we're constantly having trouble with one thing or another, whether it be ants or, termites around the RV or just something happening, mice. It seems like there's always something happening because you're the only structure in the middle of nowhere and all the food is right in there. So it seems like there's always some kind of pest problem out here. So we have to find ways to be able to get control of it and make sure it doesn't happen too much. We do get mice from time to time. Our cat's pretty good with catching it, but we also keep traps out in the cabinets, and that does help out a lot. Definitely, if you come out here, expect to have some kind of infestation of something. It's going to happen no matter what. And finally, the last negative for us is not knowing if you're going to have a gate for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. A lot of the time when you ask, you're told 15 different answers, and that's because nobody really knows when the work's going to get done. Until the day that it's supposed to get done or the day prior to that, really don't expect an absolute answer as to when the work would be done. They can give you a general idea of how long the gate's going to last, but that's never going to be spot on. So for us, we never know how long the gate's going to last. We try to get a general idea of when it's going to start and when it's going to end, but most of the time that's not a very reliable estimate. So for us, those are the negatives. That's our own personal feelings. You may have a different view of it. You may have things that bother you or don't. But we wanted to share what we feel personally about it. There's negatives with any job, any business, anything you do out there, you're gonna find negatives and positives. But for us, the positives far outweigh the negatives. That's why we're here doing this right now. Do we love it? Do we love every moment of it? No, we don't. There's times that we just wanna walk away and give up, but we don't, because we have a goal and we wanna make that goal a reality. So even with all that being said, we still have a lot of things that are positive for us that make us want to stay here and do this. It is hard at times, and there's a lot of times where we just wanted to give up, but our passion is to be able to travel the world full time, and we're willing to work it and get there no matter what we have to do. And if it means staying out here and gate guarding for the next 600 plus days, that's what we're gonna do. So never give up on your dreams, because giving up is an ending. Failing is just an opportunity for a new beginning.
I hope this video helped you guys understand more about the negatives of this job. They're honestly not too bad for us. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. If you liked the video, leave a comment and a like down below, and consider subscribing and becoming part of the TDD family, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.